momentum. But Davies arriving! Oh, Canada! Their time has come! And it is their shining star, Alphonso Davies, who scores their first ever goal!
Toronto, the Big Smoke, the Six. A bustling, multicultural metropolis eager to host the world on the biggest stage. The beautiful game has found a new and vibrant home in the heart of Canada. A country once known primarily for its icy arenas and hockey rinks is now witnessing a transformation as soccer takes its rightful place in the hearts of millions. This growth, though gradual, has been nothing short of extraordinary, and it is set to culminate in one of the most momentous events in Canadian sports history, the FIFA World Cup 2026. Toronto, a city built by immigrants, is where people from every corner of the globe have sought a better life. For millions of newcomers, football was more than just a pastime. It was a connection to their roots, a bridge to their new lives in a foreign land. And in the passionate gatherings to watch international tournaments, they were momentarily transported back to the streets of Buenos Aires, Lisbon, or Rome. These immigrants shared their love for the game with their children, building communities around it.
Any country that you wanted that was Latin American, we had it. If you were from that country, you had to play for that country.
There was a lot of national pride.
The children of immigrants grew up playing soccer in parks, dreaming of the World Cup, and idolizing players from both their ancestral homelands and their new country. What was once a niche sport became a symbol of unity, shared identity, and the strength that comes from diversity.
Bueno, mi nombre es Jonathan Osorio. Nací acá en Toronto de padres colombianos. Tenemos esa libertad viviendo en Canadá siendo latino.
The 2007 FIFA U20 World Cup in Canada was a turning point for football in the country. It was the first time Canada hosted a major FIFA event, and it proved to be a resounding success, with packed stadiums and enthusiastic crowds from coast to coast. The tournament showcased Toronto's passion for football on a global stage and demonstrated its capability to host world-class events. Fans were treated to up-and-coming stars Aguero, Di Maria, Vidal, Sanchez, Cavani, Chicharito, Piqué, and Juan Mata, among others.
Talk about legacies when it comes to FIFA events and any big international event, and getting the national stadium built in Toronto is a direct result of that, and I think that's the most important thing of all, is what it has done for the infrastructure for the game in Canada in succeeding years.
The 2007 tournament was the foundation for Canada's evolution into a true footballing nation, serving as the catalyst for construction of the National Soccer Stadium, BMO Field, currently home of TFC. This paved the way for Canada's successful bid to co-host the 2026 FIFA World Cup, proving that Toronto was ready to welcome the world again.
Canada, Mexico, and USA have been selected to host the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Thank you.
Football in Canada is more than a sport. It's a reflection of the nation's incredible diversity. Nowhere is this more evident than in Toronto, a city where the world truly comes together. It is a mosaic of cultures, a place where communities from every corner of the globe converge. Canadian soccer fans have long held a unique relationship with the sport, deeply rooted in the country's multicultural fabric. Growing up, many Canadians with immigrant backgrounds found themselves supporting the national teams of their historical roots. This was encouraged by Canada's embrace of multiculturalism, which celebrates and promotes strong ties to one's roots. During international tournaments, Toronto transforms into a living, breathing tapestry of global passion. The flags of Italy, Portugal, Hungary, and countless other nations wave proudly from car windows and balconies. Restaurants and bars overflow with passionate fans, creating an atmosphere that is electric and infectious. The World Cup, the Euros, and Copa America are not just sporting events here. They are citywide celebrations. The Canadian national team, while always present, was often seen as a secondary option, lacking the success needed to capture the full imagination of the fan base. However, recent successes on the international stage and a new generation of star players have reignited passion for the Canadian team. They qualified for their first World Cup in 36 years and recently finishing fourth in the 2024 Copa America. This has sparked a newfound love affair with the national side, bringing Canadian fans together in a way that wasn't as prevalent in previous decades. But this shift didn't happen overnight. It began with large investments in grassroots programs across the country. Local clubs and development academies began investing in training facilities, coaching, and scouting networks, creating a pipeline for young players to hone their skills and dream of playing professionally. But perhaps the biggest improvement was the construction of indoor complexes with full-size fields, which allowed play to continue throughout the long winter months. The rise of Major League Soccer teams like Toronto FC brought top-tier football to the city, attracting fans who once only saw European or South American teams as the pinnacle of the sport. Canadian football fans now had homegrown heroes to cheer for and rivalries to rally around, such as the heated derby between Toronto and Montreal, which runs much deeper than just a sporting rivalry. Toronto FC's historic MLS Cup win in 2017 demonstrated that Canadian teams could compete on a larger stage. In tandem with the success of MLS teams, the Canadian Premier League, CPL, launched in 2019, added a new layer to the domestic soccer scene, giving even more young players opportunities to play professionally at home. York United and Forge FC have added 2 professional teams to the Greater Toronto area. This led to further growth of a passionate fan base and helped strengthen the national team's player pool. The success of Canadian players in European leagues has further ignited interest, making the Canadian national team a source of pride for a country that is finally starting to believe in its football potential. And now as we look ahead to the summer of 2026, the anticipation is palpable. For the first time in history, Canada will co-host the FIFA World Cup. Toronto will be at the epicenter of this global celebration. The city will come alive in a way never seen before, as fans from around the world descend upon it to cheer for their teams. Imagine the streets of Toronto during those weeks in 2026. The vibrant neighborhoods of Little Italy, Little Portugal, Koreatown, and Chinatown, among others, will be buzzing with excitement. Fans will gather in public squares, parks, and stadiums. The air will be filled with the sound of drums, chants, and the collective roar of thousands of voices celebrating goals, near misses, and dramatic moments. But the significance of this event goes beyond just the matches. The World Cup 2026 will be a celebration of everything that makes Canada special. Its inclusivity, its diversity, and its ability to bring people together. It's a chance for the world to see Canada as it truly is. A nation where differences are celebrated, where unity is found in diversity, and where the world's game has found a new and passionate home. It will be a moment of pride for all Canadians as they come together to share in the magic of the World Cup. Let us embrace this journey. Let us celebrate the growth of football in Canada and the diversity of Toronto, knowing that when the world turns its eyes to us, we will show them the true spirit of a nation that knows how to come together, celebrate, and make history. And isn't that what the World Cup is all about? Thanks for watching the video. If you got to the end and enjoyed it, please consider subscribing. It helps this channel grow and encourages us to make more content like this one. See you in 2026, and God bless.